What is up, McManus MMA fam? We are back with another video. We are recapping UFC Fight Night, Rafael Fiziev versus Manuel Torres, and man, we are back, man. Fiziev, we are back. What a great performance. I mean, it was just a vintage performance. Vintage performance. I did terrible on picks, but we'll get to that. So we're gonna break down every fight, starting from the very top, going to the very bottom, man. Let's talk about this, man. Let's give it up for Fiziev, man. Let's give it up for Fiziev. Round one, tricky round. I gave round one to Fiziev. I thought it was a very close round, but I think that Fiziev incorporating takedowns into a lot of his game was helping him a lot. And you could tell right at the end, Manuel Torres found it. Like he found that little flow. He cracks Fiziev right as the buzzer goes off for the end of the round, and I was like, me and my dad both went, here we go. Torres found it. He's found his range and he's found everything. Round two starts. Fiziev comes in and spinning wheel kicks Torres in the head, and Torres was blocking it, but I think the percussion of the heel hitting his hand, slapping against his head, sits him down. Fiziev goes in, knocks him out. 15 seconds into round two. Oh man, and then he gets on the mic and starts talking exactly like my two buddies Hilly and Ethan when they're drunk. A BMF, BMF belt, yeah, yeah. Hey guys, everybody, hey guys. So that was very exciting. I loved seeing Fiziev get a win, man. I like Fiziev. There's a lot to like about this guy. He's calling for a BMF fight. I don't think we should do that. I think you could give him. If Benoit Saint Denis loses to Paddy Pimblett, you can do him versus Benoit Saint Denis. You could do him versus. I mean, who's still in that division that he hasn't fought? You can't do him versus Justin Gaethje again. You know what? You could do him versus. Oh, I don't want to run back the Moicano fight. Maybe a Sal killed later down the line. That could be pretty fun. You could do him. You could do Fiziev versus Hooker even. I mean, there's a lot of good matchups for him, striking matchups, that is. Excuse me. That could be a lot of fun, man. And Manuel Torres, dude, after that performance, how good is Beneil Dariush? But Beneil Dariush could have got it done, guys. Let's give it up for Beneil Dariush. Let's give it up for Beneil Dariush. Man, I have a little frog in my throat. It might be Beneil Dariush. I'm not gonna edit that out. Beneil Dariush, man. He got spared. He really did get spared because Manuel Torres is really good. Dang, man, what is in my throat? Um, dang, I'm so sorry. Manuel Torres is really good, but I think Fiziev had it. He had it, man, in his hometown too. Torres will be back. They'll give him a bounce back fight. I think he will be back. I don't want to see the comparison that he's the Carlos Pratas of the lightweight division anymore. He is more like a Steve Garcia. He's more of a Steve Garcia-esque character where he's got crazy good power. Not the most technical dude, but could he could be a top 15 guy, maybe. Let's move on. This fight was horrible, horrible. Herb Dean continues the trend of just making these terrible, terrible calls. Um, so round one, Michel Pereira bombs Shara Bullet down, sits him down, gets on top, and starts landing some good ground and pound. Shara Bullet gets into a position, gets him into his guard, and starts pulling his hair. He gets not one, not two, but three warnings from Herb Dean of stop pulling the hair. You're pulling his hair. Stop. After that round, in the corner, he pulls him and his coach aside. He says, okay, tell him. That's a fourth warning. He's like, don't let that happen again, man. Don't let that happen again. No more from you. And then in the third round, I believe, Charbullet eye pokes Michel Pereira, and Herb Dean doesn't take a freaking point. So this technically should have been a draw, but I'm glad it wasn't because I don't want to see Michel Pereira fight anymore. He's so concerned with not gassing himself out that he just doesn't fight. And Charbullet, you mean you can kill the man, but not the idea. Welcome back, MVP. I'm gonna land 15 strikes per round and win it. Yeah, I mean he's a vibrant, fun dude, but I'm not sold on this dude. This hype train. If they shaved his head, shaved his beard, and he had two eyes, we would never care about this dude at all. But since he's a peculiar looking dude, and he has the double spinning back fist, bro, it's crazy. I'm not sold on this dude. I don't think he's all that. I mean, he's just a unique looking character. And that's really about it, man. This fight was really bad. This fight was not good. But let's talk about something else. Mateus Camilo, where is your sword? I don't need it. Another Azerbaijan crazy prospect slept in one. Slept in one. He was protesting, and I understand the protest because he was defending himself on the ground. But let's think about this rationally. Would he have gotten up and been like, "Yeah, let's keep going"? I don't think so. The way he fell as well. I mean, it was an early stoppage, 100%. But I'll think about this rationally, man. Just you know, let's slow it down. He springs back up when Mark Goddard or whoever comes in is like, "Fight's over." He springs up. He's like, "Oh, I wasn't out. I wasn't out." But I've never heard a crowd so quiet. It was dead silent. It was like um, when Benyama drained like that half court three on was that OKC or I think that was on OKC and it was completely silent. That's what it was like. Everybody, I mean, I pick Sadikov. I pick Sadikov, and he gets starched in one punch, man. That was crazy. Mateus Camilo, man, crazy work. Asus Almabayev, holy cow. This dude is a problem. This dude is actually crazy. Charles Johnson, man, I love you, but when your corner is telling you do not kick, do not body kick, do not naked kick this dude, and the first thing you do out there is naked kick Jesus Amabayev, after every single time you've been kicking, he's been getting an absolute sweep takedown on you, and then holding you on the ground and getting ground and pound and all these little positions. Jesus Amabayev dominated everywhere this fight went. He dominated standing. He was banging Charles Johnson around. Charles Johnson was moving around too much. I think he needed to really sit down on a lot of these punches, and he didn't. And then Jesus Almabayev, round three, gets another takedown, and you just see him just totally just whoop. He gets it, and he got the name of the submission is the something. Oh man, I cannot remember the name of it, but it was my dog is barking. Um, that I mean, it was like he left Charles Johnson sprawled out and like squabbled like that, um, like a college slut. Like he legitimately like that was crazy. I can't. I'm trying to find the name of that submission, but I apologize. It was like a. I have no idea what the fuck it was called. I'm sorry. I have no idea what it was called, but absolute masterclass by Jesus Alive. And I feel bad because I do love Charles Johnson a lot, but dude, I mean that was just a Suliev stretch. That's the name of it. The Suliev stretch. He got him with the Suliev stretch. That was crazy. Great work for Jesus Amabayev. Give him Tyra when Tyra comes back. I would love to see that fight. Both those guys are insane grapplers. I would love to see that fight. Tatsuro Tyra, Jesus Amabayev, main event. You could do that. You could do that in Japan. Let's go for that. Ikram Aliskerov dominated Bruno Ferreira. Um, got the takedowns when necessary and was kind of battering him on the feet. Um, a great performance by him, but again, I don't think he should be like a top 15 dude. I think he could be a gatekeeper to the top 15 rankings. I mean, he looked really good out there. That was a really great performance by him, but you know, um, I don't want to say it could have been better because he did like absolutely dominate. You can see on the numbers here, he dominated everywhere. Um, but I don't know what my problem is. I think I just was expecting him to go out there and starch Bruno Ferreira out, especially him coming off of this jab knockout by Gregory Rodriguez. But great performance by him, man. Great performance every single round I gave him. Bro, no. I picked Michael Jacek to win this one, and he gets elbowed by Abus Magomedov that drops him, and then he gets submitted. and he held it a little bit after the tap. I feel bad. And again, I'll always stand by this. People are like, dude, to boost Magomedov, he's calling for the Izzy fight, bro. He should get it. I don't think he should, man. I don't think he deserves an Adesanya fight. As much as like I would kind of like to see that, but I think Atiba Gatier deserves that more. Abus Magomedov, notoriously, this dude is a one-round fighter. So if he can prove to us that he can get a win in the second or third round later, give him a higher ranked fight. But I do not think he deserves an Adesanya fight after just he beat Miguel Jacek, who I did pick to win, and I did think had what it takes. Just got caught, man, and got caught bad. So good win by Abus Magomedov. I still don't like this dude at all, but let's go to the prelims. Um, this Loki was really, really boring fight, but I have Hasanov, dude. This dude's a crazy wrestler, grappler. Zero submission attempts, mind you. Just spam takedowns. Terrible, terrible gas tank. Both these guys gassed out. Eric Nolan, dude, come on, man. I picked you to win. I thought you could starch this dude out, and he like was making terrible fight IQ decisions. Knowing this dude was just gonna spam takedowns, you're trying to like stand right in front of him. It was like, come on, because he was stuffing a bunch of the takedowns. I'm like, here we go, here we go, and then he'd get up and he'd just get caught with another one. I was like, all right, awesome, super fun to watch. I don't think this dude will go very far. He's an absolutely incredible wrestler, but this dude's gas tank, man. I don't think he's gonna go far. Somebody's gonna, just survive around with him and then absolutely take his head off. But let's talk about something absolutely awesome. Abdul Rahman Yakiev, bro. I saw a video. I think it was Julius Walker who was talking about how awesome it would be if he one punch knocked out Abdul Rahman. And Abdul Rahman, the fight starts, and I'm looking at my verdict app to see him like, oh, what's the next fight that's coming up? And I look up, and Julius Walker is out cold. I'm like, oh my god, the fight fucking the timer didn't even like start yet. He was already out. Abdul Rahman Yakiev literally just walks right up to him, just punches him, and he folded up immediately, went down. He was out cold. 8 seconds. 8 seconds this fight was. We had a lot of incredibly quick first round finishes in this fight, so I mean I don't even know what to say, man. This dude's absolutely killer. I can't wait to see this dude fight again, man. And quit putting him in the Apex and put him on a pay-per-view. Put him on like the prelims of pay-per-view, man. This dude's absolutely crazy. Ruzaboyev is an absolute problem. This dude is going to be a destroyer in the middleweight division. This dude's wrestling is elite. I mean, who does that to Andre Puliev, man? His grappling is crazy. He, I mean, he. I feel bad for Puliev, but I also the refing, bro. I mean, how long did it take for you to realize this dude's eyes were in the back of his head? He was out cold. Poor Puliev. How the hell did this dude ever make welterweight? I don't know, bro. This dude's huge. Crazy win by Ruzaboyev. This dude's absolutely crazy. Crazy good. Crazy good this guy is. Great win by him. Let's move on. Con Offley. Crazy upset. Javier Reyes, I think, was so concerned with. He was concerned and frustrated, I think, that he couldn't really get his momentum going. He couldn't get it going, and Con Offley was just right in his face, swinging the whole time. Um, and drops Javier Reyes really bad pretty early on in the fight, and then just grapples his way and gets him in a nice little submission, gets the tap, bro. He's kind of having a comeback, man. Even though I do think he lost that Yiza fight, it's interesting to see him pull off wins like this where he's a big underdog. So good for him, man. Good for Con Offley. I'm looking forward to seeing him maybe fight some. And I feel bad for Javier Reyes because again, this dude was thinking he was hot shit coming in this, and I picked him because I thought he was hot shit. And this is how this sport goes. Daniil Donchenko, bro. This dude, I love Daniil Donchenko. I love this Daniil. Um, and I also want to give props to Theodore Bergen because stepping in at short notice, you know, surviving around with Daniil and standing your own for the best you could, man. I got to give credit where credit is due. This dude did a good job, man. He did a good job. And Daniil, this dude is just a crazy person, bro. He literally just stands in the pocket and swings with 100% with every single strike and is willing to take a bunch on the chin just to land one. He was setting up that head kick almost the entire fight, and round two starts, and he lands that head kick, sitting him down, and then going, getting some ground and pound again, or getting him against the cage and beating him against the cage, man. beating it against the cage, knocking him out. So crazy stuff, bro. Crazy stuff. Daniil Donchenko, man, I love this dude. I think one or two more you can give him a ranked opponent. This dude's absolutely elite. Bekzat Almakan versus John Matsumoto. What a fight, bro. Honestly, I know people were saying Almakan won this fight. He definitely won round one. He won round one, no questions asked. Dropped John Matsumoto. Again, I was like, I think he's going to start him out in one. You know, he dropped Umar, made Umar look chinny. But John Matsumoto, man, this dude, he is like an intense grappler, but he didn't really rely on that too much. He only got 2 takedowns and really only grappled when he was absolutely necessary. He was standing there and trading with Bekzat Almakan, and I thought in round two he really put a pace on him. Um, and was able to apply a lot of pressure and keep the fight where he wanted it to be. And so I had John Matsumoto win round two, and then round three, I think it was very close, but I think John Matsumoto did the same thing, landing, getting a takedown, and also putting a pace on him. I think that wins you the fight, man. Again, John Matsumoto, when it comes to, you know, winning really close fights, he's a master. He's a master. I'm yawning thinking about what's coming up next. You're gonna see this. This fight was horrible. Um, both guys were like frustrated that neither one wanted to fight. Like Tahir Abdullayev, this dude was like getting upset. He's like, "Bro, come on, fight me, man, fight me." But you just weren't engaging with Jefferson Nascimento at all. And Nascimento was just, they were both just waiting for the other person to do something. And then he just gets a takedown and gets some ground and pound. And that's the fight. Even though, man, this should have gone to decision. I really wish it did because this fight was horrible. Absolutely horrible fight. Absolute snooze fest. Terrible. Even though it ended with a KO, still terrible. What do we miss out? Yeah. Low key we did. So I picked Nascimento. I picked Almakan. I picked Daniil. I picked Javier Reyes. I picked Ruzaboyev. I picked Yakiev. I picked Eric Nolan. I picked Michael Jacek, Ikram Alaskarov, Ace Samabayev, Sadikov, Sharbolet, and I picked Manuel Torres. So did pretty terrible on picks, but hey, man, we've got 1 week of dead week where I'll try to make a post. I'll think of something to post. And then I'm gonna do my predictions for 328. Or I'm sorry, 329. Early. I'm gonna do those early because I'm going to this fight. So get ready for that, man. And I'll try and get some footage of me there, so I can make like a quick little post about being there. Maybe I'll do some shorts of the walkouts and stuff like that. So I'm really excited for this fight week. I'm really excited to be there. I'm going to the weigh-ins. I'm stoked, man. I'm super excited. But that's not what's happening right now. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you very much for watching. I'm sure all two of you are here already, so thank you very much. Like the video, subscribe. Let's go for that, and see you. Bye.